Hi guys, so today I have this fun set to share with you from Diamond Press. This is now available there on HSN. It is the Summertime Border Stamps and Dies, and I did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. And any links in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items through those links. I might pair this up with some of the other new items, but for now I want to look at these and then we'll see what we want to do with it. But let's open this up. Oh, these are really sweet as far as the size, so we'll talk about that in just a minute, but let's see this. I'm really curious as far as, oh my god, how cute. They look so cute. I love the carriers. They're nice and bright colors. It does come with a marquee cutting folder. Of course, the thin metal dies will go through any machine that cuts thin metal dies, including, of course, the marquee. Oh my goodness. So, okay. There are a couple different things here. Let's look at this. So basically we're going to layer up the stamping and then, oh, look at this one. And then you have the die to cut them out. So for the tropical flowers, which is like little hibiscus, which are blooming in my yard out there, we have these guys. So you have the background color, of course, and then you have the stamp. Let's look at these right quick. Here you go. That you would then do all at once, knock it out there, and then it looks like that leaves you this little border. Then you go ahead and cut it, and then you can fill it in with the little greenery and other little flowers. So you would take these little guys and just kind of pop them in here and there, however you like. Oh my gosh! And then the watermelon, which is the next one on here, or at least part of it is there. Let me see all the other parts over here. I don't know if you can see, like this portion and then this portion. So you do that, and you do the little rind, and then you add your little seed stamps, and those are right here. So again, you can pop them in there or use a stamp positioner also. And then cut those out, and that's your little border there. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. You guys know we have little pineapples. They're right here. So we have this pineapple, and then we have the little tops that all get done at once. And then if you want the detail stamp, it's this one right here. And it says you use the detail stamp to go here and there. And then the ice cream, oh my goodness. Let's see, the ice cream is all over here, it looks like. So we have little ice creams. And then we have some detail for those ice creams. And then we have cones and sticks. Oh, the little double. How cute. And then you have those pieces. And then if you want to do sprinkles and other things, you can add those little details with these stamps here. Sprinkles, sprinkles, cone. And then you cut them out with your die. And then the waves have two pieces to it, looks like. It's these two right here. Really nice. So you have the background piece and then the little topper, or they kind of nestle into each other. So, but definitely I would go lighter color with this one, darker color with this one. Oh my goodness, you guys. And then we have the dies. So let me give you a measurement with the dies. Like I said, I'm probably just going to do a couple, kind of see what that is, and then we'll see about putting it on a card or something, or project. Let's see. It looks like they're going to be about 5.5 inches, you know, the cut edge. So this is the flower one. It's a little bit larger. It's almost just about 2 inches wide, and then like the watermelon is like, you know, 5.5, maybe an inch or so, maybe almost an inch tall, and then goes from there. So you just kind of have that idea. The little wave. How cute. So what I'm going to do is just grab some paper and some inks, and we'll just try them out. So I'm going to grab this piece of paper, and let's start off, let's try out the little pineapple. Something that has a little detail, a little something, and you can probably look right through it, to be honest, but I'm going to go ahead and put it on here. And I should probably trim them down, but that's okay. So we're going to put that there, all this here. And, you know, in the instructions it shows to stamp the yellow part first and then do your little tops, however it is that you want. I'm going to place it like right in here. I don't know, you know, at the top I need some. I'll bring it down just a little bit just in case. And I am pushing that all the way up and leaving it there. I'm going to put a little bit of tape just in case, because sometimes they move and I don't want to move too much. And I'm going to use some of the new color here. I'm going to use the Jeweled Summer, and I'm going to make the pineapple the brighter yellow, this one here. So I'm just going to get this color out and ink this little guy up. And maybe it'll take 2 tries, maybe it'll just be the one. However, and just lay that down. I didn't get my stamping tool, I just stamped it. Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time. It's gonna be really deep, but I'm gonna do it one more time so I can get all those areas. And this time I'll get my stamping tool too. Juicy, juicy. I can see I missed that bottom one right there. Aww. Okay, that's really saturated. I'm gonna take this out of here. And let's bring over... Oh, here they are. Like, where'd that go? Bring this little guy over. I'm just gonna use the green from the same set. And if you want to model it like green and darker green, or, you know, do all these things, you can definitely do that. I'm just going with one color at a time. And these little guys, we're just going to take those, and I'm just going to place them really looking to see. So as you look in at stamps, a lot of times they're beveled. I don't know if you can tell, like, the way it kind of bevels in. Sorry. Like down in here. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the smaller area, like right where my fingernail is. You can still see some stamp here, but I'm going a little bit further up than that. I don't know if you can tell, like the way it just kind of bevels in, because that's what will actually touch. So if you look through, you can kind of see where the little yellow of the pineapples, where that might be, and that gives you kind of an idea of where you want to place this. You know, just a little better idea. And I'm just looking like that's too far down, but if it was right there, that's pretty great. And let's go there. Again, it's just playful. It doesn't have to be like right on, but we do have a die that goes along with it, so you obviously want to get it pretty well where you want it. And one fun thing, you know, I'm inking this up, that you can do with inks is kind of squeeze it, like squish it. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm just kind of making a line with it like a streak. And then when you go to stamp it, the little streak detail will be in your stamping. And it just gives another detail. I think that's cute for this particular project because of the little pineapple tops that have like little lines. You see that? So I streaked it like this, and it left those little streaky marks. I think that's pretty cute. And our detail, now I can go in with like a deeper color like this orange for the detail, but I was going to grab some brown. So let me grab a brown, and I will be right back. Okay, this brown is just from the Natural Ink Pads set. I'm just going to get that, and then I'm going to get a smaller, I'll probably go smaller than this, but that's okay. This one will work. A lot of times if I'm using a smaller stamp, sorry, I like to use a smaller block, but this is small enough. Okay, so I'm going to take this little guy that is the pineapple detail. So cute. And basically we're just going to look right down and stamp that. Now if you want to use the stamp position, you know, go for it, but basically I'm just going to look down and give it a little stamping. And I'll just go across the whole thing and do the same thing. Just kind of eyeballing where I'm placing it. A little playful and fun. And I'm just going to go down the line. Oh my gosh, you guys, that was quick. Boop, 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 boop. And you can make it artsy. You can make it be like a little bit off, and that way it just looks a little more fun, a little more playful. Okay, so that's one of them. I'm going to do this one next. Now this one needs some border above and below it. So what I'm going to do is just make sure that I have this in the spot that I would want it to be. So I'm just going to quickly grab this just to make sure I have enough room here and there. Where is this? Maybe it is this way. And it's somewhere in here with the flowers. I just want to make sure I have enough room above and below it for this die. So I think that's good. Right there. And let me grab some colors. You know what? We'll make these really bright. So from the same Jeweled Summer, I'm going to use the pink. And then I'm going to accent that with something else. We'll see. So let's get this guy going. I can see right through there if I'm touching that or not. And I think this needs to be moved a little bit further out. There we go. Okay, and it's a little mottled, so I'm going to do it again. Actually, I kind of like that look, but I'm going to do it one more time just to fill in the color. And I'm just patting, pat. It's going to be very bright now because we're doubling up that juicy pink color. Look at that. Super saturated. Okay, I'm going to move that off, and let me grab an accent pink. So, you know, I was going to grab an accent color, but I'm still going to get it from this set. I'm going to go with the purple because I think this is the deepest pink that we have anyhow, so I can't get much deeper than that. So I'm going to try this purple for our little accent centers. You can do black, I mean you can do whatever color, lighter pink and then go orange, that'd be really nice. And I believe this goes in here like this. Oh my gosh. How cute, you guys. Now let me just make sure with our instruction sheet that I'm doing that right. So yeah, it faces out. Look how cute. And then this one kind of goes into that one. I mean, so just place it wherever you think is best. I think that looks pretty good right there. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to grab this purple and just ink that up. Pop that down. Oh my gosh, you guys. That's pretty good. I don't think I have to do it again, so I'm just going to leave it there just that way. Let me clean off all these stamps that I've used right now. I'm going to go wash these off, and then we're going to add our little detail stamping to this guy, okay? I'll be right back. I just let those kind of sit there. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and remove this because we're going to die cut this before we continue on with our the rest of our little accent pieces. Or coloring, stamping. I do want to show you, I just rinsed these off with water and they're perfectly clear again. I don't know if it's the combination of the acrylic and the ink, because I know sometimes people say, oh, they've had inks where they stamp and then it's hard to see through them again as far as the stamps, but you can see they're perfectly clear. And again, all I did was rinse them with water. So anyhow, I'll just put these back in here. And I'll put those away too in just a minute. But what we're going to do is run them through. And if we're looking here, so I don't know if you can see like this area, the way it kind of scallops out, that's the part that's going to be touching this. And you know, you can kind of eyeball it. If you want to run it through an aperture so you know where you're at, go for it. I think I'm pretty happy just kind of looking through it and I'll be okay with wherever that cuts. And then same thing for our little pineapples. But for this one we're going to cut it out first and then you're going to add in the rest of your detail. That way you know where it goes, where you might want to place it. So I'm just going to put this in front of me actually before I really move on. And something like that. And there it is. See that little purple where the little flower comes out here? That's right there. So I'm going to try to catch that there too. And there. Something like that. Okay. And I just eyeball that again. If you want to make an aperture, with the aperture trick, do that. And same thing with the pineapples. I think I'll just eyeball in there. And if you've noticed, Die Press has changed the amount of white space around their die cut images, so it's a little less. So again, I'm just looking down in here. If you want to do an aperture, go for it. But for now, what I kind of do when I'm looking down there is I look in there and then I kind of move it up. And if I was to move it the other direction, like how much more of it would it be taking, cutting away, or however. But either way, I'll put it right there. Tape that down, I'll run these through and I'll be right back. Okay, let's see. Wow, and again, I just eyeballed that, that's pretty great. And let's see this one here. How cute are those? So bright and just cheery. Oh my gosh, adorable. So with these guys, again, you have several other ones to do, but today we're doing the pineapples and the flowers. And you can just come in with the little leaves and little flowers if you like. So let's see here. So the little flowers are here. And you know, you can kind of just see that that would like go right there. Again, I like to find a smaller stamping block. Let me grab a little tiny one. Here we go. Just gives you a little more control because it's smaller and you can just kind of use that there. And I'm going to bring out the Pastel Paradise colors and let's go with this middle kind of pink color here. And I am going to have to get this closer to me, guys, so I'm sorry, but what I'm going to do is ink it up and kind of look through there and stamp it just like that. And again, look through, stamp, do the same thing on this side. There's 3 on this side. And then the little leaves, let's say, I'll grab this green here. It's a little more minty green. And, oopsie, let me get some of the leaves. And again, I'm kind of referring back to what we got going on over here. When I put this down, I can see the leaves are going this way. And you can kind of just pop that in here. Again, this is a little harder for me because I'm trying to show you on camera, but I need to get in front of my face. But not bad, there you go. and I'll continue to do that. There's also a center to the flower if you want to use that too. It's right here, this little guy, and you would just pop it in the center of the flowers. But I'll be right back. This right in front of me. I just stamped this last one, and when you come around this other side and you turn it, you're just going to grab the other set of leaves, and you can tell because if you're going to go stamping and let's say you turn it this way, obviously that doesn't match up, so it's, you know, you switch it out to the other one. Super sweet. What I'm going to do is clean up a little bit here, and I mean, look how lush that is. And what I'm going to do is put little stones in the center of this one, so I'm not going to do the middle stamping. But let me clean up, and then we will put something together. Okay guys, so I have a standard A2 size card base here. Again, that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have the little borders that we just made. I'm going to use this from the summer embossing folders, the little seashell one. I cut a piece of pearlescent paper to about 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, something like that. I'm just going to run this through, get some embossing on that, and just put it right in there, something like that. And I'm probably going to orient it this way. And then I have the Die Press Mega Variety Alphabet dies, and I think I'm going to make the word Aloha or something like that. I don't know that I'm going to use both borders on this one card. I think I'm just going to use one of them. Depends on how much room it takes up. Let's see here. Let me open this up and I'll be right back. Wow, okay, this is a mega set, as it says there. Okay, so we have the cutting folder again. We have some images just to show you kind of what the lettering looks like. We have this stitched alpha, and then we have the beautiful script. Oh, that's so pretty. And then here we have like a type, like a, it looks like a typewriter type, you know? I don't know how else to word that. And then kind of like varsity style letters. And these are them right here. Of course, A through Z. And they're just around the different things here. Let me show you about the sizing of these guys. The Stitch Alpha is about 1 3/4 inches tall or so. Just around there. You know, it's kind of different to tell with the this guy. 2 inches tall or so on like that one there. I mean, some of them are a little smaller. It just depends on the letter, right? And then this little varsity one is about 1 3/4 inches also tall. And, you know, about 1 inch wide or so, maybe a little bit wider than that. So let me think about what it is that I want to use, which ones I want to use, and I'll get those cut out. So I will be right back. Okay, I found my little letters for Aloha. So there's an A. I believe this is the L. Then we have O, very stylized here, very cool looking. I'll pop that one out in just a minute. Oh, there it goes. And then H. And then another A. So I'm going to run those through just to get the H and the A, and I'll be right back. I have my different pieces here. So cute. So we have our card base. I'm just going to put this on here. Again, it's, what's the word? This white paper is pearlescent, so it's white on white, but it is a pearlescent tone, so just to give it a little something different. And I'm going to pop this. Oh, look at the deboss side. Actually, both sides are lovely, but you know what? Let's use this side. Why not? Okay, so I'm going to use the other side that you wouldn't expect. And since we're doing that, we're going to put tons of glue just to make sure we have contact, because really the raised areas are going to be touching the card base. So we have that. So cute. And I was imagining putting this here, something like that, and then our little lettering. So I don't know if I'm just going to glue them down or how I'm going to do that. So let me place these and decide how it is that I want to glue these down. And I will be right back. Okay, I do think I'm just going to stick everything down just like that, but obviously more centered. If the fonts look familiar, they did have an auto ship previously that these are smaller than that. I hope if you guys remember like the varsity letters and things like that, I think they were larger. Those are like 3-inch or 2 and 3-inch fonts, when these are slightly smaller. At least I believe so. Let me put this here. If I misspoke on that, I will put the information in the description box to correct it, but I think that's what happened. I'm so sorry. Okay, you know, as I picked up the H, I remembered something so rough edit here. That is possibly a Y. I just want to show you, I cut out both of these letters actually, because one of them look like an H, one of them look, I mean, they both look like H's and Y's, but I want to show you the difference. And obviously if you look in here, you can actually see it on this one. The H is a little more stylized. I chose this one that's the Y this way, so you can use them both. This one's a little more, like, not as flourishy, right? So we have them both, but to be honest, because I'm coming off of this O, even though that does look like an H, I'm going to go ahead and go with this one, just because it hooks up a little nicer there, the junction between the two. So let's put that one there. And I just want to show you that because those are very similar. And, you know, but look how pretty that looks. Oh my gosh. So whenever I set out my letters, I don't know if I mentioned that already, I like to start with like the center one, but if you look here, I feel like if I really go off the center one, we're going to move this over. It's not quite, you know, because it has that little flourish that goes out to the edge here. I think it takes up some space. And you can connect them or you can leave them, you know, a little bit separate. However is that you want to do it. That looks pretty good. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and just get my O. Go ahead and glue that guy down. And then I'll glue down the other letters after I get this one down. But, you know, as well as I can. And if you're going to put anything under or over, just think about that. That looks pretty good right there. And I'm just eyeballing this, you guys. You know, whatever it is you want to do. I am leaving the edges a little bit kind of in a way that I can kind of get this if I wanted to connect it in there. And I am looking at these base parts, because if you're connecting them, or even if they're just cursive, they can have a baseline that's about the same, right? Like the bottom of the H, the O, the L, and then I come in with my little A. And that's just how I'm going to do it. Again, you can totally connect them, or you can just put them next to each other. But I am trying to see about the base bottom part, and that'll kind of help me line them up. Okay, so I'll do the same thing with these guys, just glue down the H and then glue down the A, and I'll be right back. I love that stark black with that beautiful background, and then we have that little embossing in the background. I mean, look how juicy and sweet this is. It's just so cute. So thank you so much, Diamond Press, for sending these items for review. Hope you guys, you know, learned a little bit about the layering, and, you know, with the rest of them, same thing, very similar, you know, with a little accent to finish them off, or however you want to do that. But really, really cute and fresh. I love it. So I'll finish these guys off with my little flower centers with like little rhinestones, and I'll have some images for you guys. I'll have the links in the description box, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.